Camden. I am an American English teacher living here in Paris, and in today's video I just kind of want to talk to you about what I've been up to lately and also show you what I do on a weekend where I really need to de-stress and do a lot of self-care. So it is now December. I can't believe 2021 is almost over. It's getting more wintry here in Paris. It's definitely been a lot more gray lately, and the leaves have fallen off all of the trees by now, but I'll still insert some clips of some lovely autumn shots and sunsets since I haven't used those in another video yet, so I'll still show you some lovely fall clips. But yeah, as I mentioned, I am a teacher, and before the holidays, it's just a really stressful time of year. I've been dealing with some classroom management just because I am getting used to teaching some bigger classes. Not all of my class sizes are huge, but I have a couple classes with like 30 students, 30 plus, and a couple even. So that's been a struggle, learning how to figure out what works best for them and how I can, get them to use English as much as they can and not be distracted. But I don't blame them sometimes because, it's probably hard to adjust to school after a not normal school year for the past couple of years. And also, I feel like French high schoolers have a really busy school schedule. In the US, we would go to school pretty early, at least where I was from. Around like 7:30 is when our first classes would start, and then we would finish by around like 2 or 3, but French students are in classes from like 8 to 6 p.m. some days. I mean, they do have larger gaps and a lot longer lunch break, but it's still a pretty rough schedule. I was also able to get my booster shot from a pharmacy, and that made me pretty tired, and yeah, it took me a couple of days to feel like myself again. We've also had a couple of conseils de classe in the past few weeks, which are basically meetings where teachers, administrators, student representatives, and parent representatives come to talk about the progress of the class and evaluate each student, figure out what they need, what they're doing well, and those are after classes as well, so that's been pretty tiring. So I've just been a little stressed because of work, but again, I'm trying to not be too hard on myself and definitely relying on my colleagues for advice, and they've all been really nice and helpful. But I mean, everyone's just a little bit stressed at this time of year because it's also the holiday season. So I've just started Christmas shopping for my family and friends this week. I still don't know when I'm gonna get some of them. And then I recently tried out a hard water filter for my shower because Paris water is known for having hard water, which means there's a lot of calcaire or limestone, and it can be rough on the skin and your hair as well. So I got my hair done yesterday at a salon, and I got like a gloss because I had some old like balayage that I did, and my summer color because I had gotten a gloss in the summer that had faded. So it was nice to get like a nice even coloring. It looks shiny again, it feels super soft, and I got some of the dead ends cut off and got some more layers. So I'm excited to see what it looks like naturally, because this is just like a blowout, but it feels light and fluffy, and it makes me really happy because I feel like a lot of my confidence comes from my hair. I don't know why, but I just feel if I feel like my hair is gross and not as looking as good as I think it can, I don't feel that great. So it was nice to get my hair done and feel good about that. I went for a run the other day for the first time in 10 days. I want to get back to training for a half marathon because 2 years ago I ran the Paris half marathon, and I want to be able to run that again. And I took a break because I went to Toulouse last weekend to see my boyfriend. And then I was really tired from the booster shot, so I didn't want to force myself to run if I was really that exhausted. So I forced myself to go on a run the other day. I really didn't want to. I'm glad I did though. I didn't push myself too hard. I did about just under 3 miles, so nothing too crazy, but I definitely need to start increasing my mileage pretty soon. I also need to do a better job about stretching because I don't want to injure myself. I've been having a little bit of like pain like around my hips. Nothing too crazy, but I definitely think, doing regular stretching will help with that. So basically, because last weekend I was out of town, and then this week was really busy with all the after school meetings and things like that, I wasn't able to take care of myself or my apartment, so I've got lots of cleaning to do. You can probably see some clothes hanging up there to dry. When I don't have space on my clothes drying rack, I hang it up on the window because it's a little bit closer to the heater, so I think it can help dry things a little bit more easily that way, but I still have lots of organizing to do. My mom is gonna come visit me for Christmas, so I'm really excited, but I need to make sure my apartment is ready for her, so I definitely need to keep up with the cleaning and organization this week before she comes in a week from now. So I've got lots of organization to do, a little bit of cleaning, gotta clean my bathroom. What else? I need to go grocery shopping. I should probably do some yoga, maybe journal a little bit. We'll see. I'll also show you some clips of some other things that I've been up to this weekend, like getting coffee with friends and just enjoying Paris during the holiday season.
So other things I like to do for self-care besides cleaning and exercising include treating myself to yummy foods like this mince pie donut from the new Bone Shaker Donuts Cafe location, and getting coffee with friends. I also really enjoy just walking around. This is at the BHV Marais, a big department store. I looked at their little decorations, and then I stopped by the Hôtel de Ville because they have a little Christmas village, not quite a full-on marché de Noël, but they still had really pretty decorations. Another department store that I went and saw the lights in was La Samaritaine, which recently reopened this year. I have not been to the Galerie Lafayette yet, which has a huge tree, but I did decorate at home. I caved and got this little sapin, this little mini Christmas tree, and put up twinkly lights, and I think it just makes everything really cozy. And then one of my absolute favorite things to do in Paris when I'm feeling down is just taking a walk by the Seine, especially during sunset, and this fall there were some really, really amazing sunsets.